Y'all know what time it is. You're listening to the All Burgundy and Gold Everything Commanders Pregame Show powered by the Urban Sports Scene and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM, Hopewell, Virginia. I am Wole, waiting for the homies Glenn and George to join me. But you know what? It's a good day. It is Jayden Daniels, the debut in preseason 2025, his debut. We get to see Jayden Daniels. He's going against the Cincinnati Bengals Monday Night Football. It's going to be dope. It's going to be a sight to behold. But before we get into all that, we got to knock out some particulars. Hey, make sure you subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Gold Everything. Make sure you subscribe to the All Burgundy and Gold Everything YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support the show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the YouTube chat. So just let folks know off the rip. Also, tweet us at ABG_everything. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_everything. Our pregame is also being streamed on the Urban Sports Scene X handle. So you're on X. That's where you can find this too you can find this episode on X streaming right now live. All right, here's the rundown. Here's what we have on tap. We'll chat with Bowie TV's Commanders reporter Candi Waller. She'll be joining us live from Northwest Stadium. We'll talk about what we hope to see from Jayden Daniels tonight. We'll also discuss Brian Robinson trade rumors because it's popping right now. And we'll also talk about the players who need a good showing tonight. All right. Live from Northwest Stadium, we got Bowie TV's Commanders reporter Candi Waller on with us. What is going on, Candi?
Hello. Good evening. Can you
How
hear
are
me?
you? Yes, we can hear you. You know what I'm saying? We can definitely hear you. You know what I mean? We're glad to have you on. Okay. All right, we got people. The chat is popping. They were here waiting for you. This is they waiting for me. Look, they like the insight. They like the Candi insight. So, Candi, before we get into anything, who are some of the notable starters that we will be seeing tonight?
That you will be seeing?
We'll be seeing tonight.
That's more of a loaded question. Not in that.
All right.
That's more of a loaded question.
Know what? Not be saying. Let's do it. Not be saying.
Well,
That's
not
easier.
be saying. How you doing? Oh, thank you. Mm-hmm. You know how it is. I mean, trying to sit is.
I know. Hey, look, you good? Look. You're a celebrity out here.
So, not playing. So like the tried and true veterans are not playing, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody else is hurt, or not here. Right. So there's about 12 players that are not playing. And I think out of those 12, now there's 13. Out of those 13, there are 5 that are not playing, not due to injury. So then one of them is Brian Robinson Jr., the others, Bobby Wagner, Zach Ertz, Laramie Tunsil, and Von Miller. And everyone else is injured, right? So we know, or on the pup, or ramping up, or what have you. So we know Sam Cosmi, Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, Javonte Jean-Baptiste, Jordan McGee. Jordan was hoping that he could play tonight, but he's not. Who else? Who else did I say? Everybody counting Jonathan Jones.
Yeah, Jonathan Jones.
Noah Brown.
Yeah.
Brandon Coleman. Yeah. So, and then that's not here tonight. Brian Robinson Jr. is not here tonight. Sam Cosmi is not here at all. No, Brian is not here. Okay. And Sam Cosmi and Terry McLaurin are not here.
Okay. Wow. So, all right, you mentioned Brian Robinson Jr. That's what everybody wants to talk about. Not the game. This is crazy. That's crazy. Not the game. Like, this is now taking headlines over this actual preseason game. This is Jayden Daniels' debut preseason game.
Yeah, nobody cares about anything. Nobody cares.
Exactly. So
nobody cares.
Like, just off. So what's the latest on the B-Rob situation? Is it like how do we get here? I guess that's the thing.
I'm going to say this. Because here's what I will say, and also I see the comments. Sam Cosmi's also not here, so I think that's important to mention. Pup players activated off the pup, so Cosmi's not here either. So
Okay.
play perspective, because here's the reality, right? And you all have heard me say this before. When you have relationships with people, you got to be careful, but you also got to do your job. Everybody has to do their job. So I'm going to do my job, and as I share with you all, I still didn't think anyone beat anyone out of the running back one position. And so, however, I need to be clear on that, right? That is from what I watch. That is from what I see, understanding that, of course, the team has another thing that they look at. They have other things that they look at, of course, right? One of those things is, and I've been talking about this group since like August the 4th, right? That's when I first asked Cliff Kingsbury about this group, because what I was seeing was that this was a super duper strong group. I think one show, you asked me about Brian Robinson, doing special teams, and it was kind of like a laughing thing. And I was like, well, no, he was just back there. Like, he wasn't doing it, because here's the reality. Everybody else in the group plays special teams. We know that this coaching staff, one of the focus is versatility, being able to do more than one thing very well. We also know that this organization looks at maximum effort all of the time.
Yes.
I shared that at the New England practice in pads, Brian Robinson did an amazing job. He did great. When I asked Cliff Kingsbury about Brian Robinson Jr. last week, he mentioned that unsolicited, that was the best practice. So I would say that to say, if you're not giving maximum effort, pads on or off, and this group is very good.
Yeah.
This running back room is very good. And they're able to do more than one thing. Then, hey, and then you have someone that's coming up on a contract year.
Exactly.
You have someone else that you kind of need to pay. You don't have the issue at running back that you do at wide receiver. So, you just, from the parts that I have seen, he did not get beat out of that. Not with the pads.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. However, they're looking at more than just with the pads on, and they're looking at versatility as well. And then it's ultimately fit. It's ultimately fit. Who's the best fit for the culture of the team, where they are now, and the direction of the team. So with pads on, no, nobody beat him out of that. I didn't, But again, that's a piece of the story, not the whole story.
Yeah, I think from what what I've gathered from like reports, my what I'm getting out of the situation is, hey, what's up, Coach? What's going on? What's going on, Mike? I see you in the chat. Paul, game time. Make sure I read all y'all out. But yeah, what I gathered from it was more like because I know that this came pretty fast. So how I look at it is like, obviously there's a situation where this dude's is a contract year. B. Rob's in a contract year. So it's last year in this deal. And your contract year, you want to show out, right? Because you want more money. And I don't know if he's going to get that opportunity to show out. Because of, like, obviously you got Eckler, you got you talk about that running back room. There's multiple people now. You talk all the time. There's multiple.
Coach Kingsbury literally said, and I believe him wholeheartedly because I know what I'm watching, that there are 6 or 7 guys that will be on a roster, on an NFL roster. There are no scrubs. There is not anybody that you can't move around. When you have an improved offensive line, it gets better, right? So it's not. It ain't. This ain't that. And when you have, when you have people who fit the culture more, and you have a better offensive line, you have people who can faster, like, again, do multiple things.
Yeah.
And they do.
No, I agree.
They literally do. That group they've had a phenomenal camp.
Yeah, I'm with it. And we got George here. George is dropping. What's going on, George?
raced home so I can get here to be part of this and to be part of the discussion. And I've been listening as I've been driving in, so I've heard everything you said. So I have to say I'm surprised at all this because you said, based on what you saw in practice with the pads on, that Brian Robinson was showing that he's the number one running back.
Yeah, he didn't lose.
But you think given Eckler's injury history, that letting Brian Robinson go potentially leaves you pretty thin at running back, especially if Eckler gets injured.
No, it doesn't, because like I said, this is a very deep room. So even when I ask, again, you all may not know these names, but we've been talking about them consistently, right? And so, like you said, it's 6 or 7 guys in that room that would be on an NFL roster. So you think about, of course, there's Bill, right? Because that's who they drafted. But when you think about Jeremy McNichols, Chris Rodriguez, they moved Kaz Allen to running back, which I can tell you Coach Anthony Lynn was very excited about. And then you have Demetric Felton, okay? So if you go back to B-Rob Austin, and I'm naming them now, so good timing. B-Rob, Austin Eckler, you got Bill, right? You have Jeremy McNichols, you have Chris Rodriguez, you have Kaz Allen that moved from wide receiver to running back, which I mentioned Coach Anthony Lynn was very excited about that, and Demetric Felton. How many is that? He said there are 6 or 7 guys that can be on an NFL roster.
So
all of them except Brian Robinson Jr. play special teams, and they play special teams very well. So if you were already going to go with Bill, if you like Bill more, then you already have other people. Now, if you go ahead and trade Brian Robinson Jr., my thought process is I would think you would want to trade for somebody that could act now.
Yeah. You mean another running back?
You don't necessarily need one.
Yeah, need one, yeah.
You don't necessarily need one. So
now what you George, you said you had a question for Candi, right, George?
And so here's the thing: it becomes well, who you going to trade? You know, who you going to trade for? If you trade player for player, what you going to get? You might get a future draft pick. You might do that, but at the same token, I mean, I'm not necessarily an advocate for this. However, I'm not an advocate for this at all. However, I absolutely understand it. I absolutely understand it because I've been watching that group a lot. And I was like, this is so.
Lake Lewis referenced you in a tweet about something that happened in Foxborough. If you can't discuss it, you can't discuss it. But I was just going to bring that up, that I saw that this afternoon. He tweeted that you guys saw something in the tunnel that had something to do with Brian Robinson Jr. in the tunnel last week. If you can't bring it up because it's if it's background or out of bounds, then that's fine. I wanted to ask you about that.
I mean, here's what I'll say. I'll just say that Lake, noticed some things, and I mean, I saw it, and it was just kind of like, comes down to, is he a fit? Is he a fit? Because there's definitely a type. There's like a human characteristic type.
There you go.
As well as talent type that they have here, and it basically comes down to, is he a fit? I know the easy answer to that, but if we're talking just ball and talent and what media is able to see at camp, I can answer that question, and I can still answer the question that Lake asked me too, based on what we saw. So, what can I say? Am I surprised? Hey, this is different right now. This is different right now. I didn't think they'd be going through what they're going through with Terry McLaurin, but they are.
True. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, I feel like I think a lot of people are going off. Like I agree with you, Candi. I don't think it was more of like being beat out. It wasn't that. Like, I feel like it's more of I think it's a little bit of everything. Honestly, I think it's more. It's a business, because I do think that also you gotta, anybody gotta think about this, and just let me paint a picture for a lot of folks. It's my contract year. You bring in a 7th round pick that I'm already getting shit. I'm spending time with Eckler. I'm cool with that. Eckler is a back that gets the 3rd down play. Now I got split with now I got to lose some carries to a young boy on my contract year. What do you think I'm gonna say? What do you think I'm gonna ask for? You might as well do what? You might as well just let me go or trade me, because I need this is my contract year. Because I can't, if I'm spending time on my contract year, where's my value going into my free agency? It makes sense. I mean, that's, if we want to keep it a being, that's it makes perfect sense. That's like pretty much what it is. It's like, all right, you like Bill. Bill's going to get some work. He should get some work if you like him a lot. But on the flip side too, if I'm B-Rob, I'm like, all right, I see the writing on the wall. We can do this respectfully. We both can do this respectfully. All right, maybe I'm down with being traded too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's a mutual thing. I don't think it's just a one side. I think it's mutual. And therefore, that's why, hence it's playing out the way it's played out. Because I think it got to a point. It got to a point like now, because that was the case. If they would have known this a long time ago, they could have drafted a running back to give him the bean in the first earlier. If they knew it earlier. So this is something that just kind of crept up. And so it lets you know they could have handled this situation earlier if they knew what was going on. That's how I look at it. It wouldn't have happened it wouldn't be in the second game of preseason, because everybody tries to compare it to the Jahan Dotson situation. It's totally different. Because the Jahan Dotson thing, off the rip, you can see it in the first preseason game. How many Jahan Dotson?
Yeah,
how long the preseason?
Absolutely. Preseason? You knew off the rip.
You knew, like, all right. So what?
Easy. And we saw it in practice. Remember, I came back and I told you immediately. I said, Jahan's the odd man out here. You gotta figure something out. That wasn't. I mean, B-Rob sat out last week like the starters did.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why you know something's.
A lot of things have been highlighted in practice, and I'm here to tell you, when I am there, that is not what I see. You are seeing a moment in practice, okay?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So this is not. I'm there every day, the whole practice. Again,
that's what I'm saying.
That's what the media gets to see. Absolutely, 1,000%. Bill is going to be tremendous.
Yeah.
But I stand on what I'm saying in terms of when the pads are on, nobody beat him for that job. So it is easily a myriad of things. It's a myriad of things. And ultimately, for me, it comes down to fit. And if you're in a contract year, you got to try to figure out what you're going to do with Terry. And let's just also say this was something that was not supposed to get out. Let me go ahead and put that on the record, too. One of the things that this organization would pride themselves on, only for a year, but that's round 2 of something that got out that wasn't supposed to get out.
Agreed.
You know, and that's why I said I don't necessarily agree with it, but I understand it. And again, I may disagree with it based on what I've seen. You know what I'm saying? Now I see what they're doing, and I get it. I get it. And the fit thing is a real thing. I don't think.
I get it. I get it too. I'm not. Look, it's not even. I get it too. I'm just saying, like, it's not a flat out somebody got beat out. I feel like it's more. No, it's more in play than what people are trying to make it out to me. That's all I'm saying. It sounds good.
He was getting his no.
Yeah. Because again, like to be honest with you, if that was the case, he would have played. They wouldn't have sat him out in the first preseason game.
They'd have made him play.
Yeah, made him play. That's the same thing like they did with Jahan. They made Jahan play. like the same thing they did with Jahan.
Made him play.
And played a bunch.
You also have to remember, you know, I don't want to go back to old stuff, but these things matter. Okay, those 2 fumbles in that second Philadelphia Eagles game. You know, one thing that that this team also prides themselves on is you got to forget the next rep is the next rep. Okay, if they take your soul away and you gone for 3, 4, 5 weeks, that's not the type of time these people are on. You got to be able to bounce back. You got to have a very short memory. Super short. And B-Rob left the building mentally a little bit, you know, for a few weeks. And you know, you got to be able to keep it moving. You got to be able to keep it going. And so, and then it also goes, in my opinion, goes back to whose guy is he again?
Say again.
Whose guy is he? Whose guy is Brian?
Oh, B-Rob?
Yeah.
Ain't that guy?
Nobody in this building.
Yeah, ain't that guy?
Probably mine. Let me stop. I'm joking. That was a bad joke. That's really bad joke. Really super bad joke. Should not have said that out loud. Jesus Christ. But I'm cool with a lot of people. I think they're a fantastic group. I always tell the backstory of how I got cool with the running backs. Coach Jordan used to let me stand on his field. And, Coach Lynn don't play that, though. He'd be like, great person, get off my field. All right. I'll move.
I know.
Coach Jordan used to let me stand on there. They used to be running around me. I didn't even care. I was like, oh, let me move. And so that's how we ended up getting really close with the running backs. So it's Lay knows this about me. I just have really bad separation anxiety. But when you in this business, you gonna see some people and you gonna not see some people. Yeah. And it'll be like in New England, right? Seeing Morgan Moses and seeing Antonio Gibson and dapping them up, giving them hugs, showing them love, talking to their families and everything. It's just part of the business.
That's right.
No, it is. I mean, look. When I used to be on the beat, I used to my man was Bree. My man was Bree. I mean, me and him still cool.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I ain't like to see Bree leaving. I felt like folks was hating on Bree, but it is what it is. So I get it. Like I totally get it. But we talked about it enough. I mean, it'll all play out.
Everybody is shocked.
Yeah.
But it shouldn't have got out.
Yeah. It is what it is.
I'm going to go ahead and say that. I can document me on that one, record it. You can clip it, and I, stand on business on that one. It shouldn't have got out.
Yeah, I mean, I wish that. I mean, if he's gone, he gets traded or whatever happens, I wish him the best.
Oh yeah, that's happening now. That's happening. If it won't happen before, it's happening now.
Yeah, I'm wishing him the best. All right, so Candi, I want to talk about. I mean, it's Jayden's debut. Like we don't.
Unless it's like a B-Rob and Duran for Trey Hendrickson. I'm not real sure. But
I don't think so.
I'm not even.
That holds no merit or no weight, y'all. I'm just out here.
I know. I don't want to talk about Jayden. I don't even want to talk about him. Like we only have you for so much for so long right now.
Jayden
like what is your how long do you expect?
It's a nice hairstyle. Look nice.
How long do you expect to have Jayden out? How long do you expect?
I don't even know. Jayden might not be out as long as we was on this call, on this show. I don't know. I have no idea. Coach didn't tell us on Saturday after practice. I think everybody was so wired in Terry coming off the pup that I don't think anybody really cared. It was like, how long the starters playing Terry McLaurin? So, it's like nobody cared. So I don't know. Like you said, it could be a quarter, could be a series, could be till they score. I don't know, but they typically set a number. So it'll be interesting to see how that turns out. I'm actually excited to see what happens with all of the starters. I mean, it's wet out there.
I'm looking forward to the corners. I'm looking forward to the corners against their receivers.
That is going to be very good.
All right, so you got like Jade maybe getting like a quarter. Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear it. It's okay. I look. I have African parents. Everything's always loud. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, can't. Hold on.
It's the background.
Yeah, look. I can hear it though. It's all good. See, look, Rochelle. Thank you.
Here's an insider tip. Y'all want an insider tip?
Yeah, let us know.
I might need to give lay a super chat for this, or a super sticker, or a super thanks for this. So there are teams come and scout other teams, right? Well, they know this. They come and scout other teams, and there's definitely some teams here scouting the Bengals because they want to see how they are against these corners. So when has anybody ever thought that much of the Washington Commanders cornerback unit to be like, we're going to pick this game to go scout the Bengals receivers to see what to do because of who they're matched up against in the freaking preseason? When was the last time that happened?
With our cornerbacks, that's a long time.
You have to go back to when like Greg Williams was our defensive coordinator, maybe.
So true.
Wow.
Yeah, when Sean Springs was up here.
I was like, who? And here's Mr. Chick Hernandez.
Well, I mean, what are you doing? You sit here with your friends and just hang out?
No, that's right. But they are my friends.
I mean,
you're welcome, Chick. You're welcome to join us. Local broadcasting legend.
Oh, they're saying that you're welcome to join us. Whenever you like to be on the show, anytime.
I see. I'd rather have my tooth pulled.
He said he'd
rather
have
his tooth
pulled.
You have a good time
to game.
All VCU games, mister. I know it's true.
Wait, Chick, they called you the GOAT. I didn't hear tell you that.
He is.
This is what always happens when I do a show with you guys. Somebody gonna come by and
all the time, man. All the time.
That's right. Because you're the person that everybody wants to see in the press room. They're like, oh, what's Candi doing?
Literally.
It's true.
It's actually
every time. It's great.
Right? No.
We get cameos and we get cameos from other folks.
You get cameos.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. I don't know about what's going on. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
I feel like you asked
one other thing, Candi.
The corners.
George,
Yes. The defensive
the kicker.
Please pay attention to the defensive line, everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the kicker. The kicker better do good tonight.
Better, because the kicker had a very good week. And I actually sat up in the at Gillette Stadium last week when he missed that 49-yarder, and I was like, oh, please don't do this.
Wait, did we lose Candi? I got it. Okay, cool. You're back.
Oh, did y'all lose me?
No, you're back. You back in the game? You back in the game?
I was just hoping we didn't have any kicking problems because I really didn't want to have to report that. That
kicker. You know what? I'm not.
They had a really good week, though. They had a great week. They had a great week of special teams where Coach Izzo definitely been, after that New England display.
He's the kicker. The kicker.
Watch the safeties too. Keep your eyes on Tyler Owens. He might be on.
Yeah, I want to. I'm definitely keep my eye on. But who? All right, so Candi, I'm gonna go back this way. Who needs a solid performance tonight?
Tyler Owens. I think Deron Payne.
Okay, Payne too. Okay.
I think Bill. It's unfortunate as that is so much conversation around him. So now he's got to be like Barry Sanders.
Kind of like I kind of feel. I'm not gonna lie to you. Kind of like because he's like this mythical figure now, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to see it. You want to see it in the game now. Not seriously.
I think it's so unfair, but it's like,
yeah.
All right, Bill. Show him what you got.
And if he busts one, though, it's gonna go nuts.
No, everybody's gonna go nuts, but it's crazy. Like, so if he does that, you're right, George. But if he doesn't, then what's gonna be like the thought process? What would the fan base say? Like,
well,
you know what I mean?
He had some opportunities. He had some opportunities in New England, right? But then he had to come out because of the shoulder, and he was fine. Well, I mean, I see something about Luke. Luke, please. Yeah. Luke and Ben Sinnott, Luke and Ben Sinnott, Wole. What is Luke and Ben?
Because every time I see that name, I want to laugh.
Luke and Ben Sinnott. Luke Ben Sinnott, and whoever wants to be the third quarterback.
That's true. That's gonna be a good competition. That third quarterback.
I really.
Paul has a question for you, Candi. Paul's a question: is there any progress on signing fan as the tackle?
Did Paul see what I posted? Maybe it's because Paul saw what I posted.
No, I don't think he saw it. I saw it. Yeah, I know. I saw it.
I said you need to keep track of this, everybody.
Yeah.
And I would have thought that would have been done by now.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
What's up, Dujanay?
I thought it would have been done by now.
What's up, Dujanay? You said why? Why are y'all laughing at Luke? Why? Man, it's because he's funny.
The whole situation's funny to Bowie, which I can understand, to be perfectly honest.
Luke is an excellent representative of the McCaffrey family, and yes,
he's great. I'm sure he's a great guy too. I'm sure he's a great guy.
He's working really hard.
He's an amazing guy.
Really hard.
I think Luke is probably an amazing guy. He's probably an upstanding citizen.
He's
seriously.
Those two.
Yeah.
But you saw they already cut a draft pick last week. Okay, they're not afraid of cutting who they draft in the second year. They're not afraid of it.
All I'm gonna say is, like, you're right. Like, the only problem is he had that one dude that had the last name McCaffrey. That thing holds weight. Adam Peters knows the player. I don't know. That's a hard one to do. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, hi, how are you? Can y'all hear me? Hold on, I think my phone.
No, out here saying no more.
I'm on the thing. Oh no, you fine. No, I didn't go. Yep. I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
You good? We hear you fine.
Yes.
Oh, wait 1 second, y'all, because I think I might have lost y'all. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
My mic's messed up for real?
And now it's good.
Oh,
it was for a few seconds, and now it's good.
It's probably glitching. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Is it all right now?
Yeah, you're good now, Wally.
All right. Sorry. Thank you. Appreciate it. My fault.
That's all right. Candy's muted. How about now? There you are.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I ask something from earlier? Because when I was listening, driving back, you were talking about the players that were out injured. Is there any serious concern about Brandon Coleman's injury, or is this just a precaution and he's going to be ready for week 1 if he's needed?
Well, that's a great question, because in New England, at the beginning of joint practice, when Coach gave us the list of who didn't make the trip and who was injured, he said none of them were long time. Now, Brandon is here. I think I saw Brandon. Yes, Brandon is here. And I saw him warming up and everything, and I've seen him doing that. So hopefully they have him for week 1. If once I could see people, have my eyes on them, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that bad, if that makes sense. And this is truly precautionary.
Mike has a question for you. He says, do you think Percy Butler will make the team?
I think so.
Yeah, Percy gonna make the team. Percy making the team. I ain't gonna lie to
Percy will let you know. Hey,
Percy making the team.
On special teams.
Yeah. All right. Well, so Candi, what will you be? I'm about to have you let you go because you got work to do. What will you be looking at predominantly in this preseason game? What will you be looking for?
Well, I'm gonna keep my game plan of watching the running backs.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my game plan of watching the running backs. I'm gonna keep my game plan of watching the offense. I really end up watching everything this game, right? And all of them: the running backs, the offensive line, Ben Sinnott, the wide receivers, who kind of bubbles to the top here, and the defensive line, safeties from a Tyler Owens perspective. Corners just from a coverage perspective, just looking forward to seeing some good bump there. You all know I've had my eyes on the linebackers too. Because Bobby isn't playing, it'll be Frankie, Kane, and everybody else. So that's why I'm like, what is going? Remember, I called the audible. I guess it's gonna, linebackers, and then Dominique Hampton got cut because I'm like, you guys, it's an issue here. Nobody's talking about the problem right here in the middle of the field.
You did say that.
Right here. I told you all. And then he got cut. And so that's a real issue. So we'll see. We'll see. No. I got my eyes peeled there. Because it's really still anybody. I need to be convinced that some of these names that are on the bubble are not real sure of. Like, hey, you remember last year? I'm going back to Tyler Owens. And the reason why I keep going back to him is because he was a player that every rep, every preseason game, he just made noise. He made you look. one thing that I started to do in training camp is who just makes me look? Where do I not get bored? Or where do I not, And that's how Javon Kinlaw kept coming up into my view. Not just because he's a huge human, but because every day, I'm like, does he look different? What is he eating? Like, what is going on? You just made you look. Dietrich Wise made me look a few times. Like, okay. And then other spots I get concerned about just because I'm watching. Also, always watch for kick returner. Okay, a lot of teams are improving in their special teams game. And if you all have been listening to any of my exclusive insights, when I'm actually at practice and like walking around and talking about what's happening in practice on Bowie TV's YouTube channel, they get a slew of people that are in that role, right? Yes, you've seen Debo back there. Yes, we've seen Austin Eckler back there. Yes, we've seen Jalen Lane. We've seen Bill. We've seen Kaz Allen, Demetric Felton, KJ Osborne, right? River Craycraft. Y'all remember when River Craycraft did all that to the Commanders when they played the Rams that year? That's River Craycraft. I saw him the other day. I said, "Oh, you're the one. I remember you. I remember your name." And so they've had him back there, and it's a thing. Again, always blame Brian Mitchell. Happy birthday to him. And so, be looking at that too, because they might do a couple different people. It's not the same person every time. I know who it won't be, and who hasn't been all summer, and that's Luke McCaffrey. So
that's wow. He was good at it last year too. I'm gonna give him his flowers. He was really good at kickoff returns. He was good enough. See, I want y'all to know that I don't like just bash Luke McCaffrey. I do give out flowers too. I can do that.
He was doing all right. I can't remember which game it was. People text me stuff, and I just be wanting to, say 4-letter words that I shouldn't say on TV in real life.
I understand. Me too.
People are crazy.
They're very crazy.
This is a tough business. So what they got this week? Ravens game Ravens joint practice canceled. Ravens game is not canceled.
Joint practice
canceled. Game on Saturday. So you really got to see who's going. Also, I'm going to be looking for, and this probably isn't too fair because the starters are playing, but you still got to look for that play style and that identity that wasn't there.
Yeah, I think you're right. You're totally right.
That has to be there for all the 60 minutes because we know the starters aren't playing the whole game.
You're right.
So when the depth comes in, make me believe that you can be trusted if somebody goes down.
Agreed. I think that's the most. I think
that's going to be key.
Right.
I mean, think about all the times last season. It happened more times than we probably even realize or can count from week 1 to the end of January, where moves had to be made on offensive line, moves had to be made on defensive line, moves had to be made, in the secondary. And this year's secondary is much improved than last year. If you ever want to be wowed, just go and look at the roster from last year and look at the roster this year in the secondary.
It's night and day.
If you ever just want to be like, wow. And I also want to say this. I'm bringing up this. I don't know. It feels like the fan base is losing faith in Adam Peters.
I don't think she loses faith.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't think so.
But I'm seeing like.
The Terry thing's frustrating, though. I think that's more what it is.
I
think that, yeah.
I'm sick of it. I mean, I just it's and then this with Brian that.
I think that certain people. I don't think that like first. I'll use me an example. Like I believe in Adam Peters. I'm just like I'm cool to I will point out something I just don't agree with. Like I don't mean like just like anything like because nobody anybody like nobody God. So I feel like I can bless you God. I can question like a move or whatever. I still have faith in him. I think I've said this. I love like his pickups and free agency. You know what I mean? There's certain draft picks I'm not a fan of, but I love his pickups and free agency. So like,
right.
And it's indisputable that he's improved the roster a lot.
Yes, exactly.
In just 2 seasons.
I mean, even the defensive line, even if you go and look at the defensive line and the offensive line, it has much improved just off roster.
Yeah.
Name.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not. It's not that. I think when people see certain things on social, I can't speak for everybody.
Howie made a move yesterday. Don't sleep on it, Commanders fans. The Eagles made a move. They saw they needed to get better somewhere. They made a move.
Yeah,
and they made a move not necessarily for the future. They made a move for the now.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I don't care. You miss me with your draft picks.
Yeah.
It's got to make sense today.
Yeah.
If you want me to believe. See, remember last year I was shading them all the time. See, I wasn't even paying attention to them. But now you got my attention.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm looking at what everybody else is doing because it's what you told me to do. And now I'm like, now what you gonna do? What you gonna do with Brian and what you gonna do with Terry?
Yeah, you asked it.
And let's and not to compare him to Howie because I don't think you can. Howie's got a lot more cards to play, and the Eagles are in a lot stronger position because Howie's been there 7-8 years building a roster and doing a good job, and he's not recovering from 4 years of Ron Rivera like Adam Peters is.
Yes, but I also think they are aware of the cornerback situation in this town.
Mm-hmm.
So they went and got them a third really good receiver.
And I will say this too, to come back there, George. I know you're talking about, but when you go, this is like for any organization. This is not just one. When you change it up and then you flip it, you got to look at the present. Once this thing got to the NFC Championship game, it's different. So that doesn't really. That's over. Like that thought process should be over. Now you're all about, you should be all about improving your squad, whatever it takes. I can name a couple of teams that did it. Like the Rams went through crap with Jeff Fisher. As soon as they got Sean McVay, they changed their whole roster. Then the following year, they built on it. So they were just getting, like, their GMs they were going after players. And you can say Jeff Fisher messed up that Rams organization with those trades and whatnot.
And again, but let's remember this: the Rams weren't. It's taken a few years for the Rams to be able to deal from a position of strength. You have to be able to deal from a position of strength, and they're not. They're not at that point yet. They will be, but they're not at that point yet.
The year the Rams, as soon as Jeff Fisher won, they got Sean McVay. They went to the playoff that year off the rip.
Yeah.
Then the year after that, they were Super Bowl contenders. I'm just saying, like, once you make the change, especially when you got a young quarterback, the young quarterback allows you now, because the Jay. No, Candi, we gotta let you go. Candi, I gotta let you go because you were here too long. Yeah, I gotta let you go. Candi, before we let you go.
I guess I gotta go.
You gotta go. Yeah, you gotta do your job. Candi, plug your stuff real quick because you gotta do your job.
At CWall SE, everybody. At CWall SE on X. I enjoy talking to you. I really do. This is good. And then I don't want to go over here talking all, rolling my eyes. Like I was just doing. At Bowie TV on YouTube, if you all are in the Prince George's County, Maryland area, channels 190 and 1097 on Comcast. And follow along Bowie TV Sports on all platforms. Bowie TV. Thanks everybody for the support thus far. We've been having to cover a lot of drama-filled stories. One too many drama-filled stories that I wish we didn't have to, but
we're here.
I'm gonna still do my best to talk about football.
Yeah, exactly. We're here, and you're doing a great job.
Just know that you and Karita are killing it.
Thank you very, very much, y'all. Okay, I gotta go. See you guys. Thank you so much.
No problem. Thank you. Bye. Yeah, so let's go. But I want to talk about this game. We've been talking about other stuff and other. Let's talk about. We're talking. I swear, we're like, I just want to get into. I just want to get into like.
There's a lot of stuff we're pressed about. We got to get it out in the open because that's the kind of show we are. So I appreciate that we do that.
Yeah, I know we'll get it out, but I like this. This is Jayden's first. I'm like, this is Jayden's first preseason game of the year. And we talk.
And it's like the fifth most.
Yeah, like it's crazy. What we doing here, man? Like,
well,
there's so many.
I really hope.
Go ahead.
I really hope if they have a good first drive, I hope that's not the only one because I don't care how good you look in the joint practices and all that. You need more than one drive in preseason to get ready for the regular season. That's my opinion. Don't know what happened to Wole there. So that's where I'm at. on that is that I hope Jayden looks great, but I hope he doesn't look so great that they decide, one drive and that's enough.
So I was I
don't want to see.
Sorry, got kicked off.
It's all right. Got you back.
Nah,
good.
Right, you're fine. No, I agree. I totally agree with you. I feel like that's to your point. That's the element you need for this team. Like this team needs to start fast, show good work. You want Jayden to look good. You know what I mean? That's the most important. And then we go from there. Like, that's my thing. Like, let's get everything rocking, man. Like, I want Jayden to go out there and kill it. Like, that's where I'm at. But like, so George, what are you like? Obviously, what are you going to be looking at? Are you putting pressure on Bill to like have a
well, I mean, I'm going to be looking at the running backs because, okay, if Brian Robinson's not part of this picture, there's Bill. I hope we see some Chris Rodriguez tonight. If not, hopefully we'll see him a lot next week because I'm a fan of his too because he did well every time he was in last year. And even if it wouldn't have mattered who was running the ball, that we would have struggled at the end of the season, he deserved more chances than what he got.
Yeah,
so I want to see some Chris Rodriguez. So I'll be watching the running backs. I think Bill will do well. I know we're missing some players, and Tunsil isn't playing and all that. I loved what I saw from Bill last week, and there were just certain things that he was doing that you weren't seeing the other running backs do. The McNichols thing bothers me for the same reason I think it bothers you, and that's them fumbling in that championship game. I ain't over that. I ain't going to be over that until other stuff happens that will change my mind on that. So I'm looking at that, and I just can't wait to see our corners against their receivers. And what Candi said is it really is something. The way they've improved the back of this defense from last year to this year, it's night and day. Or at least we think it is. We may find out different against these receivers. We're really, really good. But I am so excited. And I think the interesting thing for me is how is Mikey going to do in the slot?
Yeah.
Because you've talked about this, and I think you're right about this, Wole. If Mikey struggles inside, there's going to have to be a conversation about putting him back outside. There's going to have to be because everybody saw it last year, especially that first Philadelphia game. Mikey was doing the job, and he did not look like a rookie out there. He looked like a veteran, and he was clamping folks. So that's something to watch. And then the kicker thing is always going to be something for me until I'm sure it's all right. That's always a big trigger stressor for me. That's why I like the fact that we have Candi on because she's one of the only people that's consistently talked about special teams.
Yeah.
And spotlighted it and pointed it out when it didn't do the job. And I guess in general, that too, it's like, okay, you guys got run through last week by the Patriots on special teams. So I want to see not only some big stops in the returns, I want to see some people getting smacked, honestly. I want to see some lumber laid by some of these guys on special teams tonight because that was nowhere near the realm of good enough last week. And you can say, oh, it's just backups and whatever. Some of them backups are going to be playing on special teams week 1. So
yeah,
that's got to be better.
What's up with these bots? They're annoying me. I'm trying to ban them all.
We've arrived. If we're getting bots, it means we've arrived. That means a lot of people are watching.
I'll take that in stride. But I'm trying to ban them all. I see what I see what Glenn does, but like I'm trying to cancel them all. All right, so
yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I got distracted. I was cleaning out bots. I want to see Bill play. I'm different from everybody else. Like, not because I like Bill, but I didn't see enough in preseason. That doesn't like I call it flashes. I saw flashes. I can't tell you I loved anything. It was flashes. I saw flashes of talent. You know what I mean? Because I see ability. But now I need to see it where you're gonna rock a 20-yard run or whatever. I need to see that. Like, I need to see it because I know when I watch, and I'm petty, right? When I watched the Patriots and I saw Travion Henderson, I was like, yeah, that's one of them. Like, I don't have to say I see glimpses with Travion. I don't see glimpses. I see it. Like, I don't see glimpses. I see it.
Well, to be fair, that's also because that's who you want to watch the take.
I know, but he showed it already. He showed it twice already. He showed you twice in the preseason already. He showed you on a kickoff return, And he showed on the first play of the game, he showed you how dynamic he is, and he showed you against Buffalo, he averaged 5 yards per carry. Was it Buffalo you played? It was Buffalo. It wasn't Buffalo. Sorry, it wasn't Buffalo. It was the other game. Whoever they played, he averaged 5 yards to carry with a touchdown. Yes, I wanted Travion Henderson. This is not it's obvious who I wanted. But I'm just telling you, like, that's the obvious. When I look at somebody, when I say, like, I want to see this dude play, I want to see Bill play. I want to see it. Like, I feel like if you're that dude, right? And it's not even against the ones. If you're playing against the twos or the threes, I expect you to dominate the twos and the threes if you're going to be my starter. You just can't have flashes. You got to dominate the twos and the threes. Like, you got to dominate. Just like anything. Like, if my starting quarterback is playing against the twos and the threes, like, what do you expect your starting quarterback to do? He's supposed to dominate. You know what I mean? So if I'm gonna lean on this kid to be my starter, I need you to dominate the twos and threes. So when you're playing against the twos and threes, I need you to go to work. Like, I need you to look like, I'm not saying Barry Sanders, but I need you to like Marshall Faulk. I need you to give me some Marshall Faulk. Just like you mentioned too, also in terms of the secondary, I want to see. This is not even Lattimore. I think it is what it is with Lattimore. I thought like if we get a good Lattimore, whatever. But I think in terms of youth and growth, I'm looking at Trey Amos. That's it. Because it's growth. Because this is growth. You're not like Lattimore has seen it all in the NFL. Like, he's seen it all, but you haven't. And you haven't even been tested yet, for real, with quality wide receiver play. Let me be real with you. You haven't seen it in practice other than Debo. But that's a different beast, though. That's not a route runner. That's a different beast. That's physicality. Now you're going to see two versions of wide receiver play that you have not seen in any. You ain't seen in New England, and you definitely didn't see it in Washington when you're going practicing against the wide receivers. Now you're going to see dudes, because in the NFC, you're going to have to go against Neighbors, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. You're going to go against CeeDee Lamb. You're going to see dudes. So this is going to prepare you now to when you guys see them. So I need to see you and see how you play against this, because that's the best wide receiver tandem in football we're playing tonight. That's the best tandem in football. I need to see you against that. And how you perform against that. If you sticky and you sticking on them like white on rice, I'm a believer. I'm already a believer, but I'm a 100% believer. So that's what I'm looking for. That's where I'm looking for. And then I wanted to ask Candi. I should have asked her. Like, I'm really I like this kid a lot, and I want him to get the opportunity. But I really want to see. Oh, I call Taj. I blocked Taj by accident. Hold on. Todd, I'm sorry, I blocked you by accident. That's not right. I got you. I'm gonna unban you. I made Taj by accident.
He was trying to get the box. I
got Taj by accident. Taj, I got you back, bro. Then did I get somebody else? Did I ban Timothy by accident too? No, I'm about to stop blocking people because I'm gonna stop this stuff because the bot turned away. Hey, but yeah, like that's what I'm looking for, man. I'm looking for those individuals. You know what I mean? Taj, come back. Sorry. Timothy too. Sorry. That was an accident.
Sorry about that, fellas.
Sorry. Blame the bots, man. They're getting on my nerves. I'm trying to like bleed them off. But yeah, but that's all I'm saying. Like, I want to see those two. And in terms of, I should ask Candi, like I'm worried about Jordan McGee. Like, I want to know if Jordan McGee's gonna make the team.
Because this not being healthy enough to play stuff. 1 year of it's one thing, but now you've had a full off season, supposed to be getting ready, and here we are, second week of training camp, second preseason game, when we would really want to see you play, and you're not ready yet. What's going on here?
Yeah, like
that's
I'm serious.
The question.
Like, will you make the team? I'm kind of like this because this has been a problem. You think you'll be right about Terry too? You will be right about Terry too? All right. If you're right about Terry, I'll go full screen again, Mike. If you're wrong about Terry, I'm putting you on my full screen. And I'm sending you the link and you clicking it, and then you're going to be on full screen. Either way, one of us got to be on full screen. Either way, that's what we're doing. That's how we're going. Yeah, I think cuts are. What you mean cuts are in the week after the last game? Oh no, not a week after. That's a lie. That's like 3 days after the last game of the season. I think 3 days.
I want to say it's either Sunday or Monday after the third game.
Yeah,
because if I'm not mistaken, and I can actually, I'll look right now.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like a couple of Sunday games next week,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it for the preseason. Because I know ours is Saturday night next week.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Glenn's here. This is Glenn. He said Sunday. The Sunday after that Sunday.
Yeah, no, actually, there's no Sunday games. There's 2 Thursday, 4 Friday, and then everybody Saturday next week. So that's that's it. So yeah, it'll probably be Sunday that we're getting the cuts. And I got to tell you, these receivers don't shape up. We might be looking at who's getting cut at receiver and bring somebody in.
Oh, we definitely might bring somebody in. I think we're bringing somebody in. I think we're definitely going to bring somebody in. That's just
these bots just don't know when to quit.
They don't. And Glenn, we gotta find a way how to get these bots out of here, man. I'm trying.
Doing the reporting. I guess I got a block. Oh, good, they're gone. Good.
I just did it. That's why I just did one of them. I just did it.
Yeah, okay.
I got it.
I reported them, but maybe I have to block them too.
Yeah, I got some things I gotta work on with them. But we gotta jet out, man. The game about to start, so we gotta make sure we watch and kind of break down the game as well. But I want to make sure. Hey, don't forget, folks. Oh, do you say Paul? We want to talk about that? No, let's talk about that tonight, Paul. We want to talk about that tonight. Hey, don't forget to tune in to our post-game show right after.
That's right.
Monday Night Football game with the Commanders Bengals will be on YouTube and IG Live. We'll also be streaming on the Urban Sports Team X account. So make sure you pull up. Subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search All Burgundy and Go Everything. And also tweet us at ABG_everything and hit us up on IG and TikTok at ABG_everything. And if you're not, just make sure you subscribe to our All Burgundy and Go Everything YouTube channel. Not non-bots, though. You bots are going ham. Non-bots. Like non-bots. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all doing too much. Anyway, you've been listening to All Burgundy and Gold, everything powered by the Urban Sports Team and Fox Sports Radio 96.9 FM and 1340 AM. Hopewell, Virginia. For Aegis, Ayetic, Deuces. We are out.